Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Evo Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give you a guide for the floor B32 in the Burl Singularity Tower. Jenova BIRTH has no elemental weakness nor resistance, and although it's not written in the boss details, Jenova has increased magic defense, meaning that magic attacks are less effective against her, dealing only around half the damage they normally would. And there will be some sigil phases, quick ones with 14 sigils and then preservation with 54 sigils, and Jenova will hit you with fatigue gas at the start of it, so I recommend all sigils to be magic. And also, during preservation, Jenova will be recovering HP, so you want to break those sigils as quickly as possible to prevent her from healing too much, and then halfway through the battle she might hit you with fog gas. But overall, Jenova has only few attacks. Normal attacks are laser and double laser, and they are always single target attacks, and she has a charged AoE attack, tail laser, and all of Jenova's attacks, they hurt a lot, so you need high magic defense to survive AoE attacks, high potency magic defense buffs, and either mid or high potency magic attack debuffs on her, and a tank character with provoke to tank all those single target laser attacks. And also, ideally you want to kill Jenova as quickly as possible because there are only a few sigil phases, and after you get through them, Jenova will be just relentlessly blasting you with all those laser attacks until you defeat her, so it might be a bit hard to survive. So this is my team, and as I mentioned earlier, magic attacks are much less effective than physical ones, so ideally you want to bring physical DPS here, but magic defense buffs are required, and I don't have camera, so Barret is my best and only option, and he also needs provoke to keep Jenova focused on him, and then you also need to debuff magic attacks, so I have only two options. And initially I did clear this battle with this team, and I had Sephiroth as my magic DPS with Mega Flare, and while this battle is long with Sephiroth dealing half the damage, it was painfully long, and it took around 10 minutes on the in-game timer, but since physical damage is more effective, ideal DPS here would be either Tifa with Rebirth or FF6 Gloves, or Cloud with Zidane or Baja Sword. And it all depends on your team, but if you don't have camera, you need to find alternatives, and I need my DPS to debuff the boss, his attacks, and I don't have anything for Tifa, and Cloud would need to have Mystic Sword, and this banner is still active and I am not going to pull on it. So Zack is my only option here, as only he can debuff magic attack with Twinkling Star and do DPS with Ceremonial, and well, Zack battle is a little bit shorter, it is still a long battle. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth, Gambantain for heals and to buff physical attack, Baharut just as a secondary weapon to fill the spots, but I think her guild weapon Umbrella would be nice here for single target heal, Ultimate Princess Guard, Esuna Fog and Cura in boost slots for single target heals, and here either X or Triangle Sigil depending on which one is better for you. And then in sub-equipment slots, Aerith has guild weapon with magic defense for allies, Terra Rod with HP and buff debuff extension, and Bahamut gloves with HP and magic defense. Barret has Varvados outfit with Satellite Beam, Escutcheon to buff magic defense, and Fafnir for Veil and Provoke, ultimate weapon X or Triangle Sigil, Stat Stick, and Esuna Fatigue in case Zack or Barret gets fatigue inflicted on them. And then in sub-equipment slots, Barret has two guild weapons with magic defense for allies and Baja Sword to boost Zack's damage. Zack has Future Hero outfit with Apocalypse, Ceremonial Sword for DPS and Twinkling Star to debuff magic attack, ultimate weapon for stats, Triangle or X Sigil and two stat sticks. And then in sub-equipment slots, Zack has Gargantuan Mullet for HP and magic defense, Wind Slash to max out physical attack and for buff debuff extension, so he doesn't have to use Twinkling Star too often, and Cloak or any other weapon with generic attack abilities. Alright, let's do this. As soon as you can, provoke with Barret and start debuffing Jenova's magic attack, and at the beginning she hits you with 2 laser attacks, but don't worry about it. If it's Aerith, it's even better because you get extra ADB, but at least the second attack goes to Barret so he can tank. But all you want to do is survive those 2 attacks and then get ready because the tail laser is coming, so you want to have magic attack debuffed on the boss and also buff your magic defense for this. And here you can heal, but ideally you want to save your AEB to quickly break all those sigils. And now you can start recovering, and also make sure that Barret has Veil on him. And you can use limit breaks anytime you want, the DPS ones, the offensive ones. But here, if you can, for those double lasers, you want to have Veil active, provoke on Barret, and if you can, also magic defense. Because all Jenova's attacks, they are magic, and you'll just take a little bit less damage, so you have to spend less AB on recovering. But double laser attacks are great because you can see it on the screen that they are coming, but it's those single lasers that in my opinion are annoying because there is no indication like this one. You have to watch Jenova very carefully, and it is also a bit annoying because when Barret does his Fafnir attack, it basically blinds you, so it is a little bit annoying here. But it's fine. And with Aerith, I rather sit on Breath of the Earth when I need it. But yeah, just make sure that Barret keeps that provoke active. Alright, I didn't see that. And with Zac, as soon as you can, just keep Jenova's magic attack debuffed the whole time if you can. But here, same thing. Make sure that your magic defense is buffed. But Tail Laser is Jenova's only attack, only charged one, so whenever you see it, you know it's this one coming. And another sigil phase. After all, in the beginning of the battle, it's those few sigil phases that are just immediately followed by, they follow that Tail Laser attack. So you can heal, spend the ADB to heal, or just save it to quickly break those sigils. But even though I have no sigil boost slots, those sigil phases still are not something that you would struggle with. And so I just make sure that Barret has provoke on. Alright, and now it's preservation. So this is the only time you see this longer sigil phase, and you want to break those sigils as quickly as you can. But also don't worry about fatigue that Zac has. Just break those sigils. And I'm going to use Jubilation here for extra EB, just to kill it quickly, a little bit quicker. But of course, if you have another character with a sigil boost slots, it'll be much faster. Alright, Zac healed, so we're going back to DPS. Alright, magic defense, now only Veil, and we're good to continue. Just one more, and yeah, let's actually do that. It's just no point in sitting on those limit breaks. Yes, it's always some damage. Alright, just let's see. And yeah, I know I didn't debuff the boss second time, but as you can see, with those buffs and debuffs and the stats, you can survive that. But ideally, to take less damage, you might want a high potency debuff. But mid, it's fine, but ideally high. Plus, I'm not sure if I mentioned those tail lasers. Every time you get hit by that, your magic defense is decreased. And this one should be the last sigil phase that we'll see. Unless I'm mistaken, but normally it is just one sigil phase after preservation, and that's the last one. Alright, let's go back. But yeah, it is a long battle. Even with Zac, yes, at this point Zac isn't the best DPS, and especially Tifa with her banner ultimate weapon is overpowered, but it is still a long battle. Of course, with better DPS with those limited weapons, especially Tifa, it is a little bit shorter, but it's still, you can't just speedrun through it. And folk gas, so be careful of that, because Aerith is your healer and she's always using magic abilities, but also Barret is escutcheon. It is a magic attack, so ideally you want both healed here. Actually, I misclicked, it's fine. Just do this. I apologize, I got confused and I started clicking. Right, same thing. Magic defense buff. Jenova still debuffed, so we're good. And this will not kill me, but I am going to use Breath of the Earth here to recover faster, because now the second laser is coming, and yes, now those tail lasers and single target attacks, they will be much more relentless because you have no sigil phases in between. Right, so I'm going to also use these. And actually, it shouldn't take long, she's already in red HP, but it mostly just depends on your DPS. And third laser in the row, so yeah, you can see she is becoming very relentless here. And just let's do this. Oh no. We'll be fine. But that was close. It was an attempt at Thrash, but nope, I need to debuff her soon. Fatigue gas, fine, let's just remove it from Bite and Zag, and now I am definitely going to debuff her. Also, make sure your magic defense is buffed here. And it's perfect, he actually got it in time. Just in case. Yeah, the attack is coming, so just a small cancel so Ares can heal. This wasn't fast enough, she already found her target, but Bard has gotten her focus, so it's fine, but wasn't fast enough here, but Veil is fine, and now at least Reprieve is gone, so I know I have to be more careful, but she's almost dead. Apocalypse can't kill her, but let's see. But all those lasers, double lasers and tail lasers, they will be coming until you defeat her. Nothing will change, no DPS raise near the end of the battle. It's just the same attacks switching until she's dead. But yeah, it is a long battle. At least it feels like it was. Not really much shorter than Sephiroth. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's the whole battle. If you don't have camera, of course, then you have to seek alternatives, but alright, 2 minutes shorter. Didn't really feel like it, but yeah, it's just the same phases. Just make sure that you have enough HP, enough heal to survive those incoming laser attacks, because they won't stop. And it is a little bit annoying, but that's the whole battle. So I hope you found my guide helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck on your own clear, and I hope to see you next one.